Hey everybody, let me tell you something. Cats are enigmatic creatures. They've got this whole secret language they use to communicate with us, and if you don't speak it, you're missing out on a whole lot of important information. We're going to break down the mysteries of cat body language so you can finally understand what your furry little roommate is trying to tell you. Get ready to decode those meows, hisses and tail twitches, because trust me, your cat will thank you for it. All right, let's talk about the puffed up tail. This one's about as subtle as a thrash metal concert. If your cat's tail looks like a bottle brush, you better believe they're scared or agitated. Think about it. When a cat feels threatened, they want to look bigger and scarier, right? Puffing up their tail is like saying, back off, buddy, I'm bigger than you. You might see this when you're introducing a new pet, or maybe there's a loud noise outside that's got your cat all freaked out. Now, here's the important part. When you see that puffed tail, don't approach your cat. Give them space, let them calm down. Remember, you're their guardian, their protector. They need to know you're not going to add to their stress. Now, let's talk about the slow swish. This one's a little more nuanced. When your cat's tail is doing that slow, rhythmic sway, it means they're locked in, focused. They might be watching a bird outside the window, or maybe they've spotted a rogue dust bunny across the room. Whatever it is, they're in hunting mode. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jackson, my cat sleeps 20 hours a day. They wouldn't know a hunting instinct if it bit them on the nose. But here's the thing, cats are hardwired to hunt. It's in their DNA. So even if your little Garfield hasn't seen a mouse outside of a cartoon, those instincts are still there, simmering beneath the surface. So when you see that slow tail swish, just let them be. They're in their element and they don't need any distractions. Okay, this one's my favorite. The upright, quivering tail. This is the feline equivalent of a happy dance, folks. You know the look, your cat comes bounding up to you, tail straight up in the air, little tip quivering like a tuning fork. It's like they're saying, oh my gosh, it's you, I'm so happy to see you. And you know what? They mean it. Cats reserve this kind of enthusiasm for their favorite people and things. So if you're lucky enough to be on the receiving end of this tail dance, soak it up. Your cat is showing you love, pure and simple. All right, let's talk about those ears. Now, cats' ears are incredibly expressive. They can swivel, twitch, and flatten like pancakes. And when those ears are plastered against their head, it's time to take notice. Flattened ears are a clear sign that your cat is feeling threatened, scared, or just plain angry. It's their way of saying, I don't like what's going on here, and I'm ready to rumble if I have to. Now, this doesn't mean your cat is going to morph into a tiny, hissing monster, but it does mean you need to tread carefully, avoid making any sudden movements, and definitely don't try to pet them or pick them up. Give them space, let them decompress, and they'll come around when they're ready. Now let's talk about those peepers. A cat's eyes are like windows to their soul, and those pupils, they're telling you a story. When your cat's pupils are dilated, meaning they're big and wide, it means their emotions are running high. Now this could be good or bad. If they're playing with a favorite toy, their pupils might be dilated because they're excited and engaged. But if they're backed into a corner hissing at the vacuum cleaner, those dilated pupils are telling you they're scared out of their wits. The key here is to read the room, or should I say, read the cat. Look at their body language, their posture, their ears. All those clues will help you understand what those dilated pupils are trying to tell you. All right, let's talk about the slow blink. This one's my absolute favorite because it's the ultimate sign of trust and affection from your cat. You know, the look, they gaze at you with those big, beautiful eyes, and then slowly, deliberately, they close their eyelids for a beat or two. It's like a tiny feline love letter. When your cat slow blinks at you, they're saying, I trust you, I feel safe with you, you're my person, and you know what? You can slow blink right back at them. It's a beautiful way to strengthen your bond and show your cat how much you love them too. Okay, this one's a classic, the arched back and puffed up fur. If your cat looks like they're trying out for a role in a horror movie, you better believe they're feeling threatened. This is their way of trying to look bigger and scarier, like a furry little pufferfish. They might even turn sideways to show off their impressive size and fluffiness. Now, this posture usually means your cat is feeling defensive, not necessarily aggressive. They're trying to say, back off, I don't want any trouble. So what do? Just like with the puffed tail, give them space. Let them calm down, and they'll go back to their usual adorable selves. This one never fails to make me smile. You know the drill, your cat tucks their paws neatly underneath their body, their tail curled around them like a furry little cinnamon roll. This is the epitome of feline contentment. When your cat is loafing, they're relaxed, they're comfortable, and they feel completely safe in their environment. It's like they're saying, life is good, I have food, I have a warm spot to nap, and I have you. What more could a cat ask for? So if you catch your cat in the loaf position, consider yourself lucky. You've created a haven for your feline friend, a place where they can truly be themselves. All right, let's talk about kneading. This one's a bit of a head-scratcher for some people, but it's actually a deeply ingrained instinct in cats. You know, the move they push their paws in and out rhythmically on a soft surface like a blanket, a pillow, or even your lap. It's like they're making biscuits, and it's absolutely adorable. Kneading is a behavior that cats develop as kittens. They do it to stimulate their mother's milk flow, and it also helps them bond with their mum. As adults, cats continue to knead as a way to self-soothe and relax. It's a sign of contentment, happiness, and pure bliss. So if your cat likes to knead on you, consider it a compliment. They're showing you love and affection in their own special way. Ah, the purr. Is there any sound more soothing, more calming, more quintessentially feline? Most of the time, when a cat purrs, it's a sign of pure contentment. They're happy, they're relaxed, and they want the world to know it. You'll often hear purring when you're petting your cat, scratching them behind the ears, or just hanging out with them on the couch. It's their way of saying, this is the life, I'm in my happy place. But here's the thing, cats also purr when they're stressed, injured, or even in pain. It's their way of self-soothing and trying to heal themselves. So how can you tell the difference between a happy purr and a stressed purr? Look at their body language. Are they relaxed and comfortable, or are they tense and withdrawn? If you're ever in doubt, it's always best to err on the side of caution and consult with your veterinarian. Okay, let's talk about the not-so-subtle sounds of hissing and growling. These are your cat's way of saying, back off, I'm not messing around. When a cat hisses or growls, it means they feel threatened, scared, or angry. They're trying to warn you, or whatever's scaring them, to stay away. Now, some cats are more prone to hissing and growling than others. But regardless of your cat's personality, it's important to respect these warnings. Don't try to pet them, pick them up, or force them to interact with you when they're in this state. Give them space, let them calm down, and they'll come around when they're ready. Remember, a hissing or growling cat is not a bad cat. They're just trying to communicate their boundaries. And it's our job as their guardians to listen. Have you ever heard your cat make this weird chirping sound? It's like a mix between a meow and a chirp, and it's usually directed at something outside the window. This is your cat's hunting chatter, and it's completely adorable. They're so focused on that bird, squirrel, or unsuspecting leaf blowing in the wind, and they just can't contain their excitement. Now, some people think cats chirp because they're frustrated that they can't get to their prey. And while there might be some truth to that, I think it's mostly just pure excitement. They're so engaged, so stimulated by what they're seeing that they just have to vocalize it somehow. It's like they're saying, oh man, look at that. I wish I could get my paws on that. So the next time you hear your cat chirping, don't shoo them away from the window. Let them enjoy the show. It's good for their mental enrichment, and it's pretty darn cute to watch. So there you have it, folks. A crash course in feline body language. Now, I know it can seem like a lot to remember, but trust me, it's worth it. The more you understand your cat's subtle signals, the stronger your bond will become. You'll be able to anticipate their needs, avoid misunderstandings, and create a truly harmonious relationship. And who knows, maybe one day you'll even be fluent in feline. Until then, keep observing, keep learning, and keep loving those amazing, enigmatic creatures we call cats.